Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Time for the end of the month used up items from January, a few days late in fact, since we're into February now. I used up quite a bit this month, and most of it I think I quite liked. Here's one that's an old favourite that I'm sure I've shown before. It's the Bliss Blood Orange and White Pepper Body Butter. I really like this as an all-over body moisturiser because to me it's just the right consistency. It comes in a tube, which I prefer to a tub, just for hygiene and ease of application reasons. But it also means that they have to keep the lotion or cream sufficiently liquid to come out of the squeezy bottle. Now this is quite a thick between cream and liquid. It just soaks into my skin really, really easily, leaving me feeling really nice and moisturised. And it's got a very pleasant, I think, citrus fragrance, definitely orange, but it doesn't last on your skin terribly long, so it doesn't conflict with any other perfume or fragrance you choose to wear. So I really rate the Bliss moisturising products, certainly the body moisturisers. They're not cheap, however. This was a travel size, which I'd used at various times when I've been travelling over the last few months. Also a travel size that I've finally used up is this one, Dermalogica. Again, this is a long-term favourite. This is the Ultra Calming Cleanser for face and eyes. It's a cleansing cream or lotion, very, very viscous. You massage it in, wipe off with a tissue, and that's what I like about it. This is a no water cleanser, so you're using tissue or cotton to wipe away the lotion, and it really melts any makeup. It's gentle enough to use on the eye area, so you're not having to use a separate eye makeup remover. I will say that I do wear mascara, but I don't wear mascara all the time, and I don't wear a huge amount of waterproof eyeliner. I mean, again, I do wear it, but not all the time. So my eye makeup isn't the toughest to remove, and sometimes I do need a proper dedicated eye makeup remover as well to really get traces of liner away. But other than that, this does the job with everything. It's hypoallergenic, as are all the Dermalogica products, although I have to say there have been one or two creams of theirs that I have found more difficult to use. But this ultra calming cleanser I really like, I really recommend. The only thing that's difficult about their products is they tend to be sold in salons. You can get them in Selfridges, I think, now, but not an awful lot of shops stock them, so they can be a bit difficult to get hold of. I order mine off the internet where they're also cheaper, but that's the only drawback. What else? I had another cleanser. I've got a lot of travel sizes I've used. I've been on the road a lot, really, since November, both for work and because of family illness. So I've been living out of a suitcase most of the time. This is Origin's Checks and Balances, which is a face wash. So they call it a frothy face wash, which is certainly true. It froths up enormously. A lot of people like that. I was left not really loving this product. I mean, it did the job. I felt it cleansed pretty well. I won't say that it stripped my face, but it definitely left my face feeling a little bit dry. No kind of reactions. I suppose I wasn't keen on all the froth. I'm pretty fussy about my wash-off cleansers. I'm not that keen on putting water on my face at all. So I actually prefer balms to most of the wash-offs. There is an exception, but generally I'm not so keen on these ones that give a lot of suds. This also had a kind of spearmint fragrance, which a lot of people love. I didn't hate it, but I'm not a great fan, so I wouldn't be purchasing a full size of that one. What else in the trial sizes? A hand cream from Cowshed called Cowpat, sounds charming. It was said to have essential oils of grapefruit and coriander, which was why I bought it, because I like citrus fragrances. But although it had quite a pleasant smell, it didn't smell at all citrusy to me. It was, I'd say, a medium strength hand cream, more of a lotion than a cream. It was okay, no SPF though, so kind of a night hand treatment as far as I was concerned. There's the soapy suds to go with the body butter. I love them both. Very expensive though for every day. Here's an interesting one. Strivectin EV, 7% NIA, blah, 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 blah. It's a serum to help tighten the pores and work on dark spots. Now, I will say I misused this for a bit because for some reason when I bought it, I thought it was for dark circles under the eyes. I was using it under my eyes. It didn't do any good. It didn't seem to do any harm. That when I read the packet properly, because I wondered why it wasn't doing anything, I realised you're supposed to use it all over the face. And that's what I did. I really didn't think it did anything at all. You know, these tremendously kind of scientific packets which tell you what's going to happen in week 1, week 2, you know, etc. Is it a psychological thing? Do they think people will see something that isn't there? Is the improvement so minute you'd only see it under a microscope? I don't know. This was not a cheap product. It didn't work. End of story. I used up some foundation products, finally, this month. Here we go, the Bourjois, which was in my tend to use by the end of the year. I didn't quite do it by the end of the year, but I did it by the end of January. 51, the lightest shade, the Healthy Mix Gel Foundation. It is a really good drugstore foundation. It just has a very nice texture on the skin, I suspect, because I've got a bit of silicone in there, giving it a bit of slip. But it was a good match for my skin tone. It didn't last 16 hours, which is what they say, but it did pretty well for, 8, 10, 12 hours with a bit of touch up. I liked to put this all over my face, kind of light coverage, and then use a cream foundation. I use the Tom Ford ones in the sticks, or I've also now got some RCMA in a palette, and just use that on my chin and round my nose where I've got more discoloration and where the foundation tends to wear off or oxidise easiest, and I would find that worked very well. So I don't think I'll be repurchasing this. I have got another bottle of it in 52, the slightly darker shade, which I will try to use up either now or in the summer. I think I've come to the conclusion that ultimately I like the more expensive foundations, and it's worth it for me at my age to get good skin. But it is a good product, and for a young person or somebody with really good skin, it does the job. No two ways about it. I decided to junk this one, the sheer skin tint from Liz Earle, partly because it's no longer a remotely good colour match for me. It was a good product, or I thought it was when I bought it, but I didn't use it, that often, and I don't know whether the BB and CC creams have just really changed the game, but it wasn't doing it for me anymore. And although I hate throwing away unused products, there's probably about 3/4, 2/3, got the hiccups, this tube left. I'm not going to use it, so it's going. Another regular favourite, although in a different fragrance, the Aromatherapy Associates. This came with one of the gift bags. I love their aromatherapy oils. Their Deep Relax is a really nice bath oil, and the only one that I feel actually works of aromatherapy products. This one was called Inner Strength. I'm not sure it tells you on here what the fragrances were, but it was very nice, and I used it up. I will certainly buy other of their oils. I had a Bath and Body Works Energy Gel in Zest of Citron. Again, it was just a travel product. It was fine. It was just a bubble bath with a nice citrus fragrance. Finally throwing away the sad little Smashbox lipstick that I was going to use up by the end of the year. I didn't. It's very close to Plumful by MAC, and given I've had this so long that it smells roughly okay, you can't even see what it was from the bottom. Time to throw it. And also a rather grungy clear mascara. I find it very hard to find clear mascaras to use to set my brows. None of the premium brands seem to make them, but I got this and it wasn't very good, so it's going. So that's it, my empties for January, mostly trial sizes of favourites, but I did feel I used up quite a lot, and I will speak to you soon with my favourite products for the month. Bye for now.